Hello, bienvenido. I am out here in the town of, let's see if I remember where I am. This is a thing of the bike life. You roll into towns and you say the name of the town a few times throughout the day, but I go to so many places it's hard to remember. I'm in Champoton, which is just south on the coast here on the Gulf of Mexico. Look at those gorgeous blue lights. This is like a little river inlet. The ocean's right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Maggie, my girl, is here. We are cooking up. We got our salsa of tomato, mango, cucumber, lemon, salt, pepper, cilantro. And then we got yuca cooking in there. Gorgeous yuca. It's a root that, it's like a sweet potato, but you have to cook it down way more. And it's like instant mashed potatoes almost. It's like denser and stickier, so good. And then we're gonna cook lentils and veggies, and we have avocado, and it's just a beautiful dinner on this beautiful day in my bike life. I'm a vegan, nomad, minimalist, love you Maggie bike life. And I just wanted to, and we're staying in this hotel tonight. It's our last night on the Gulf of Mexico in this city. So starting tomorrow, we head up into the mountains toward Chiapas to San Cristobal de las Casas we'll be there in about 3 weeks. I'm so excited. This is an amazing time of our bike tour, and we're in a really nice hotel, so I'm just very grateful. Where's the light? Want to make sure it's the best vid for you guys, because I just wanted to come and make a quick video about the good and the bad of the ex-vegans videos that I've been seeing. I'm gonna mention, I guess, 3 of them. There's probably many, but the 3 that I saw most recently was my buddy Gitas, which is wild. Gitas is back to trying 100% plant-based diet, but he just made a video yesterday. He posted it, and Alyssa and I watched it, of course, saying that he's been experimenting with animal products like fish and liver of cows, I think, and eggs, a bunch of different animal products for the last few months, and that he hasn't noticed a very big difference. But he mentioned a few things about why he decided to try that stuff out anyways. We watched Bonnie Rebecca's video and Tim Sheaf's video. Those are kind of the 3 I want to break down and analyze the good and the bad, the arguments that I think are very legitimate and some arguments that I think are not. Let's start with the bad, and then I'll get to the good of it. So the bad, out of all those people, Gitas is my brother, my homie, and his video was great. He said, you know, he realized he was always so obsessed tribally with the vegan low-fat community that he didn't even open up his mind to just say, is it possible that there's scientific evidence that eating animal products could be good for you? And I respect that, because I do that too, Gitas. I listen to Joe Rogan, Ben Greenfield, Chris Kresser. I listen to all these podcasts, Dave Asprey. I listen to all this stuff from the other side, people who advocate eating animals or keto diets or low carb diets, because I want to see the science that they put up and the anecdotal evidence that they put up, and how do they feel and how's their performance. I care a lot about animal rights, as do Bonnie and Tim and Gitas. I would argue more. I care probably more because I'm 6.5 years into being vegan, and there's just zero thought in my mind of me ever eating animal products because I'm thriving on a plant-based diet. I don't count calories, I don't calorie restrict, I eat what I want, I eat some vegan junk food, I eat mainly healthy, and I travel the world and I can do it. It's just effortlessly easy, and I feel fucking amazing, and I look amazing, and it's just easy for me. Maybe I have the best body genetics made for a vegan diet, I don't know. But I like to read and hear from the other side just to open my mind, and maybe there's some piece of information that's gonna come out that is new and I wanna hear it. But even with all those podcasts and all those interviews of things that I've read, I still find logically it makes more sense what the old school plant-based doctors who have been practicing plant-based preventative medicine for 30 plus years to prevent heart disease, lower risks of cancer, and just be the healthiest you can be. I still have not heard anything from the quote-unquote other side even with my, I think, open mind, like, I don't listen to those podcasts just saying, like, I know everything that they're gonna say is 100% wrong. I just listen and think about where their data or studies are coming from and all of that stuff, and I have yet to hear something that makes sense as to why animal products would be a smart thing to include in my diet. The reason I might seem distracted is I'm just working on this yuca, which is hard to cook on a camping stove because it takes a long time, so it tends to burn. I'm gonna give it a little chill time for a second. And then, what else? So yeah, I liked that about Gitas, that he said he tried to open his mind, but again, I haven't heard anything from those sources that have inspired me to eat animals personally. So it sounds like he was a little bit more susceptible and receptive to that information. Maybe he heard something that was more strongly resonated with him to say, like, wow, this was so strong, I might need to try animal products, which he ended up doing, and he realized that it did not give him the improvements in his mental health or physical health that he was looking for, which is why he's back to a plant-based diet. He did mention something, but he clarified in the comments saying, so in his video, I was pretty sure he said, like, look, you see all these people eating meat and they're really strong, and he was trying to make gains, and that was another thing that influenced him. Then in his comment, he replied to me, in like the comment I left on his video, he said, no, I don't think that, like, you have to eat meat to be strong. So he clarified that. And then what I really want to bring up here is the concept that these three people, Tim, Gitas, and Bonnie, I'm pretty sure the first animals that they ate were fish, like wild caught Alaskan salmon or something. At least Tim and Gitas both said that. And that hit me so hard because it was so clear that these two guys who know so much about animal rights and care about animal rights, and who know that an animal's life is an animal's life. Killing a fish and taking it out of the water and having it suffocate and gouging its eyes out or cutting off its head is the same thing to me as killing a dog or killing a cow or a chicken, because they're all beings who want to live, don't want to be taken out of their wild environment and killed just so that you can eat it, when I personally don't think that they need to, because these are two people, Tim and Gitas, who perform pretty highly and well on a plant-based diet. Both claim that they want to take it even higher. This is another thing that I am kind of skeptical of with these videos. Maggie girl, she's chasing a cat. Maggie girl, give me your ball. Give me your ball and don't chase the cat. Okay, my pretty girl. You're my baby. You're my little vegan hero. We're eating Maggie's eating lentils and carrots and yuca and veggie oil tonight for dinner. So, they're all people who are so obsessed with performance that I literally think they care more about being the best athletes than they care about animals, because I don't care about being a professional athlete. That's just my personal choice. I care so much more about animal rights than I care about my performance. I bike the whole world. I'm a pretty high-performing athlete compared to the population. I'm not a good athlete compared to professional athletes, and I don't try to be, which is why I'm not interested, even if meat could do that for some reason, which I don't think it does, take you to the next level. I'm not interested in that because I'm so content with my level of high performance. I don't need high performance, personally. And these are people who want that in their life, and they're so needing to find something that makes them best that they literally think, maybe it's my plant-based diet that's screwing me up. I'm gonna go against my ethics and kill animals, which you know you don't believe in, whether it's a fish, a chicken, a cow, in order to do that. I think that's wrong. I think veganism is an animal rights thing, and so many people are high-level performers like Nimai Delgado and John Venus, even though he's not calling himself vegan, fully plant-based and fueled on plants. And Scott Jurek, who holds the world record, I think still, for running the Appalachian Trail, like 5,000 kilometers on foot or something, a long-term vegan. I mean, there's so many high-performing vegans out there. So another thing, yeah, just the fish thing, you know, I could see these people in like a year ago or 2 years ago making videos saying, come on, like, talking about how fish are equals to other animals. Of course they are, but you can see they're trying to justify for themselves because they know it's wrong to kill animals. So they're like, I'll do fish first because I probably don't care about fish as much. And that's speciesism 101. And that's a problem I see with all this stuff. They know they shouldn't be doing it. That's why they start with fish. That's why they're all starting with fish. I want to start seeing these ex-vegans who want to keep eating meat eat, you know, locally caught street dogs versus shipping wild salmon across the world with fossil fuels to your place. There's probably a lot of sick dogs, or I'm not advocating for eating dogs or fish. I'm just saying these people clearly are within a speciesist realm still, that they're fine eating fish and stuff, but they know they wouldn't eat other animals. Okay, I need to keep going with this video. It's already long. So another problem, what other problems did I see, or problems I have with these ex-vegan videos? Oh, eggs. Let's talk about eggs. That's another thing that they keep on eating. Like Tim and Gitas, you know, I found local eggs. If people have even local eggs, or if you just buy commercial eggs, of course, you know, that is one of the most ethical things. These hens spend years in cages, their feet get morphed with the metal, they're getting pecked at, and they live miserable, miserable lives. The egg industry is terrible. But if you find someone who has backyard chicken eggs, I've lived with many roommates and people who have backyard chicken eggs. You know how those people get their chickens? They usually, like 99% of the time, order them online and come in the mail from a huge company who kills all of the male chicks at birth and grinds them in a grinder, and then gives you little baby hens so that you can have them nice and free in your backyard and take their eggs. And I do think that's probably the most ethical animal product to eat, or I should say the least unethical, because I still can't see a pathway for ethical meat eating unless you are only eating hunted meat, a couple animals a year, and it's balancing your ecosystem, and you live in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're not buying any industrial food. I can get behind that, but none of these people in these videos are doing that yet. They're buying it at a grocery store or a store or down the road, and there's some link in the chain there that's exploiting animals in a big way, and you're paying for that, and I don't believe in that. So there's another thing people are forgetting. It's like, I'm gonna eat eggs and fish first because it's better. No, it's not. No, it's not. And those are problems I see with these videos. The good of the it's not the good, what this video is about is right here. I watched Bonnie Rebecca's video. Who knows how much of it is 100% truthful? I wasn't there, but it seemed really, really genuine that their skin was super fucked up on a really healthy plant-based diet, and it wasn't working. Go watch Bonnie Rebecca's video and comment if you know more information that I don't. Making sure the video's still going, we're 15 minutes in. But their skin was absolutely fucked, and supposedly what she says in the video is that like a few days into eating animal products for the first time in years, her boyfriend's skin cleared up. So what are we supposed to do with this? If you have a couple pimples and you eat meat and it clears up, I would say that's a coincidence, or it's not a big deal. You shouldn't eat animals just for a couple pimples. But no, his face was like coming off. I mean, his skin was really terrible. I would never want to live that way. And if you eat animal products and your skin clears up that fast, and they tried every other vegan nutrient, like she went in the video, they tried everything. What can we argue with that? I mean, look at my skin. It is perfect. Sorry to be narcissistic. I have amazing, perfect skin on a low-fat, whole food, plant-based diet. But they didn't, and then they ate animals and it was better. Tim says that he started eating animal products and he knows his body so well, he's an athlete, and he started to perform better, even though he was like a very high performance vegan, so it doesn't really make sense to me. But what do we do? What do we say to the people like Bonnie, who clearly have cured an issue and they tried for years doing it plant-based and meat worked? This is the part of the ex-vegans that I can't argue with them and say that you should go back to being vegan just for the ethics. Their faces were having serious problems. So that's kind of all I have to say. I'm a very proud, thriving vegan. I think it works for 99% or more of the population, but Comment down below. Do you think that it works for 100% and these are simply excuses and there's something they didn't try? Or do you think in some cases there's a very rare percentage of people who need to eat animal products? And in that case, we shouldn't harm them because you don't want people to live a miserable life, and just do it in the most ethical way. What do I think is the most ethical way to eat animals? Go hunt food yourself. Hunt a big animal if you can. Kill a deer, put it in your fridge and eat it for the year. That's one animal. Let's be real. If you're a vegan and eat a ton of processed vegan food coming from palm oil plantations and big grain agriculture, versus someone who kills one animal a year and that's their main food, I hate to say it too, but the person who killed the one animal is contributing to less animal suffering if they're truly not eating any other industrial animal products. So that is the most ethical way to do it. Kill your own animal, try to do a big animal so that you can take a lot of meat from it and you're only killing one life, and don't contribute to the industrial food system. But most people aren't gonna do that. And veganism works for the vast majority of people. And the problem with the ex-vegan videos is that even if these ex-vegans are trying to source from the most sustainable, ethical sources, the people watching their videos and being influenced are not, because not everyone has the money or time or resources to do that, and they're just gonna start buying industrial eggs, and that's another problem with the whole thing. Let me know what you think about this video. I wish that everyone could be vegan effortlessly like me because it's so easy, but it's clearly harder for some people. So do we shame them or let it be for people who claim that they need it? Much love.